My beloved ones, my name is Algimantas. I live in Lithuania. It's a small country in Eastern Europe at the Baltic Sea. I usually present spiritual teachings. Today I decided to touch upon a very subtle subject, our superconsciousness. We know that there is consciousness and subconsciousness. Once our consciousness is disconnected, turned off, it's usually while we are asleep, our superconsciousness is ready to receive Creator's teachings. And this sort of situation usually happens while we're asleep at night. That's why we might receive certain wonderful ideas in the morning, and we consider that since we rested during our sleep, our mind is better operating. That's why we can have better ideas. That's why we can have a better understanding of the issue we could not resolve in the evening, on the eve. And actually, we can also receive tips from Creator while using our superconsciousness. This is a specially designed channel for our material vehicle, and it is designed by Creator, especially for our living communion with Creator, with the source and center of spiritual personality. We have been bestowed our personality, our true self, by Creator. And Creator has designed that this personality, while having this first temporary material vehicle for its operation on this first initial world, to deal with other compatriots, with other brethren. So He has also designed a living channel through which His vibrations might be poured out into His son's or daughter's mind, brain. So subconsciousness is the state when we cannot consciously control our own self, while superconsciousness is the state of our being when we open up our own personality to Creator. Therefore, in our personal communion with Creator, and especially in our collective communion with Creator in our living temple, the Paradise I Am living temple, in which I lead spiritual worship service of Creator, our superconsciousness is opened up so much, so deeply. That's why we begin to feel a certain state of our inner self, of our personality, that we even lack such words to describe all the sensations we begin to feel while communicating with Creator. This is such a subtle moment that our brain is using as a means this superconsciousness to channel all vibrations from Creator, to take all these vibrations in. And on the other hand, we send our living vibrations to Creator in this very same either worship or prayer moment in our living communion with Creator. This very same means our superconsciousness is used as a living channel to communicate our ideas to Creator. But in addition to these moments, we might use our superconsciousness while personally receiving Creator's teachings that are being given to us permanently. Only we have not been trained to use our superconsciousness to receive these teachings from Creator, directly from Him. And if we started teaching our children since the early age to establish a living communion with their father and mother on high, with the universal Creator, they would open up their superconsciousness channel very quickly. And they would hear what Creator is telling them as Creator's son or daughter. And this living communion through the superconsciousness would be so effective that such teachings received from Creator would be so natural to little kids. And while growing, they would apply superconsciousness channel for communication with Creator so offhandedly and so naturally, like dealing with their earthly parents when they are talking with them, when they are discussing different subjects. So in this case, they would use this living superconsciousness in presenting their most urgent issues, to solve them, to accumulate experience while solving these issues. And Creator has designed evolution that we would receive all challenges He's presenting to us so that we would build up our character, that we would be able to open up to Creator and to turn all the personality potentials into our actuals, just to be a true image of Creator by our personality living in our everyday life. Therefore, I would try to point out that superconsciousness, which has not been known up to now to humans, is so necessary for us to be used in our direct communication with Creator. And it should be used daily. And we have to know, the more clean, the cleaner is our superconsciousness and consciousness, the more active we shall be using our superconsciousness for this communication with Creator, because we would be filled up with Creator's vibrations of the highest frequency, and that is a love vibration, top frequency vibrations of Creator's love. And this love is stimulating every child of Creator just to deal with his mother and father, to deal with the source and center of this personality, that is to deal with Creator Himself. And for this, as you now well know, we need our superconsciousness. So that's why, just have in mind that we have this means bestowed by Creator upon our mind, upon our brain, and we have to use it just to grow as a true child of Creator, as a true son or daughter of Creator, to receive different tips and even teachings from Creator, to apply them in our living life, in our everyday ambience. That is very simple. Once you permanently are using superconsciousness for the channel to communicate your ideas to Creator and receive Creator's teachings in your own personality, to apply them in everyday life.